This has been the hardest intro I've ever recorded because I have no idea how to say the name of these lenses. The Sirui. So if you're like me and bought the Sirui anamorphic lenses, they have a very atypical squeeze rate of 1.6. Sadly, manufacturers like Canon and Davinci have not added a preset for 1.6x anamorphic footage. So today I'm going to show you how I figured out the post-production workflow on desqueezing that footage in Davinci Resolve. So a few things to note. This is based on you shooting a 4K, meaning Ultra HD 3840 by 2160 video file and using that 1.6x anamorphic lens. So when you start, just import your footage like normal. Down here in my media pool or media storage, I have a clip here that I haven't adjusted yet. You're gonna wanna unlink this middle chain thing and go over to the Y and type in 0.625. That's math is 1 divided by 1.6 is 0.625. That's how I got that measurement. You wanna do it on your Y axis because that is going to squish down the Y rather than stretch out your X, so we're not adding or manipulating the pixels. You want to make a new timeline, which I already did. This is where things get a little complicated. So assuming again that you shot a 3840 by 2160 4K or Ultra HD footage on a 16:9 sensor, you're now going to have this super wide footage. But one important thing to note is the new vertical height with a 1.6x lens is going to be 1,350 pixels high. That matters because the timeline we're going to make is going to take that number and multiply it by a given width, or to make our aspect ratio. In this example, I'm using 2.4 to 1. This is a common Hollywood widescreen aspect ratio for anamorphic footage, so we're going to change our timeline to fit that. The rough math on that is 1350 is our vertical and 3240 is our width. So that's going to again be about 2.4 to 1. The next thing though is down here under mismatch resolution. I would think that you'd be able to use one of these other options, but the only one that worked for me was using these custom timeline resolutions up here and using center crop with no resizing. Hit OK, and now if we open this timeline, you bring those clips in and they fit perfectly. So this is my buddy welding. If you want to check out his welding work, it is Flow Metal Fab over on Instagram. We have these beautiful, and as you can see, perfectly fitting 2.4 to 1 anamorphic clips. If you wanted to, or if you needed to, you'd actually have quite a bit left or right. So if we went in on this clip, we could actually have plenty of room to move this clip left or right because it is so much wider than this 2.4 to 1. So now you have this timeline where everything fits. You can go through, color, edit, whatever. So when you go to deliver, I go to custom export. In my resolution, I'm gonna pick one of these DCI scope ones. 2048 by 858 has been pretty good for the 4K footage. And I think there is even a smaller or a higher resolution one, but again, you'd be kind of stretching the footage. Use whatever fits your needs, but this scope is the version you are looking for, this 2.39 to 1. And after we export that, now we've got this beautiful, no letterbox, perfectly desqueezed footage ready to be put into your video. If you found this helpful, give me a follow on Instagram, Brett in Real Life, and of course subscribe on YouTube. And if you like my buddy's metal fab or into metal fabrication at all, go check him out on Instagram, Flow Metal Fab. He's in Utah and does a lot of great custom architectural work. Hope this was helpful though. Hope the math wasn't too much and you just take those numbers down and add them to your timeline and make some awesome work. Thanks so much.